see somebody challenge Team Secret and Pachinki, because apparently Team Secret can be challenged. You know, they are humans too. They eat rice, they eat chicken, like all of us do, except for Yuhai. So yeah, Yuhai just a monster entirely.
Yeah.
But of course, down to our feature players, Impact, Luxy, a GG, as well as Voki. So all our feature players, well, only Impact doesn't have a chicken dinner. The rest of them do have. But hopefully in this round, he's able to get at least one on the board. They really need that. But look at this again. Vote your favorite observer. Okay.
Who are you guys voting for here?
I'm not sure how to do that.
This is not fair, mate.
No.
This is not fair.
Your favorite observer, Mamba?
just
because he's not here.
God.
It's like,
Just to spite everybody there, we're just gonna pick Mamba this time. But all vote down in the chat. Choose your favorite observer, and who picks out your best moments between XCYR, Zai, Topcast, as well as Enget as well. So in the chat below, your favorite observer, cutest one, most handsome one, your favorite one, whatever it is that ticks your liking, do let us know in the chat. Now, flight path seems pretty neutral so far. However, that circle might not be.
Still waiting for it.
Yeah.
Don't jinx it, Cloud.
Okay. Oh, there you go. It's not too bad.
It's not the worst. It's not the worst we've seen so far, okay?
But the circle is so deceiving. Sometimes you just want to go all down to west side, and it's gonna be a lot of water there.
Juju's just a pessimist here. She's like, yeah, I know I gave you in the middle, but yeah, it still could go to Jogobo. It still could go to military
you
base.
You saw how the circle is. There's no way the circle will smack down in the center of it till the end of the late few phases. Because apparently they like to move around quite a lot. But now around your Naya, we're looking at Team FV Unbeatable gonna have a go against WoW Esports. Don't WoW Esports is one of the teams that always have to pick fights early on. If you notice, they happen to share the compound with somebody else all the way, every single time.
And it's always FV, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yep, not wrong.
Are they targeting FV, or it's the reverse there? Because apparently always, the same goes for Team Secret. You saw them always happen to bump into this team whenever they're going. It's like they already studied the movement or rotation done by these teams and targeting them straight into the game kind of help a lot in terms of kill points. But Divinity, on the other hand, trying to fight against Traitor, the blue, going for the blue ones.
And was it a handgun kill?
I think
it was a micro Uzi.
Oh.
I heard it was a micro Uzi, was it?
He just picked it up though. It's kind of hard to tell what exactly. I did hear the micro Uzi as well, but I'm not sure if it was from Traitor or for Divinity's side. And he did pick up a couple of weapons there off the body. So, bit of a guess there.
Alright, we'll continue guessing, but then again, later on we can check back again in the replays. But here, of course, moving on to the Dingoz. They have this compound all to themselves, unchallenged, but looks like, Maisel, okay, but there's nothing much. They saw a couple of numbers actually pop out at Maisel's icon, but nothing much, guys, nothing much. Everything's okay. Maisel, the belated birthday boy, I mind you, yeah, he's still okay.
Yeah. Looks like the birthday luck is kind of running out so far. They haven't been able to like secure themselves. Okay, he didn't total the car, thank God.
Almost flipped it. It was close enough, but down to Bapak here. Well, it's very peaceful for him, Jenny. Well, apparently Jenny did really had a good run just now. Look at that, 12,000 total damage. I've seen Yuhai for this kind of stat last week. And total kill 67, quite a number of kills there.
And just to confirm, it's 5 winner chicken dinners here for the side of Bapak.
15 headshot. 15.
That's a monster stat there for an individual, I must call out.
Yeah.
And Jenny as well. Fun fact, he actually played with Arof before this.
Yeah, that's quite true.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a lot of outside influences, might I add. Well,
quite true.
Let's see how this kind of plays out, because a lot of teams have dropped around Naya there. It looks really, really packed. Resurgence kind of covering a larger area of mansion as well as prison. However, Gatka completely empty. Quarry, Ferry Pier also completely empty, with TNR going to be looting that area. Dingoz on the other side of Jokopo having to deal with Impunity. Axis coming in from that side as well through the ruins. Team Secret and Pochiki uncontested.
Well, Traitor tried that one out. Apparently they're trying, but they don't have enough men. I'm hoping somebody to just charge right. It will be Team Recall who try to, challenge, I think, apparently. But the moment they arrive, Pachinki maybe already rotating out from that vicinity is Team Secret as well.
But what's going to be a bit interesting is that let's just look at the bridges. Dingoz had it camped out. Impunity need to pass by there unless they go to another route. But Axis is still around that area. Tara is just nearby Axis, so they may just look at each other. I don't expect any big engagement. But it's just the two bridges right now. It's just being secured by different teams on the southern side. Net for them to make it into the other side. Team NoRecoil is on one side. BTR is on one side. So Net may need to move in later as well.
Well, Net always move a little bit late from the rest of the team based on their previous rotations too. I don't think it's really a bad thing, but then, yeah, well, it's Wrangle. Apparently the one that's really heavy is on the east side of the map. Look at that. They're so heavily populated. I can see Resurgence clumping up with H2O. There's also Tara, and V happens just gonna join in as well.
And don't forget about some of the other teams who are going back to their usual spots. Bapak again heading over to Malta Power. They went so far just to get there. They're going to be very, very late. However, that might actually be beneficial, but we'll see how the pace of the fight is actually going to go. So Cloud.
Oh, but look at this. FV looks like they're being pinned down by the team, by Tonwao Esports. Sleep is now in trouble. Grim is just behind the stone. Hi will release the grenade onto the side of Grim. Grim now is in trouble. He needs some help, but then again, what can be done? Because they're out in the open. Grim can just open fire towards Hi just to fend it off, but that won't be long because Hi will pop the next grenade onto the side of Grim. Then Grim, looks like clips onto Grim there. Sleep, no one's going to be able to help him. Grim will just be pinned down. Everyone for FV is just not around, and looks like these two will be sacrificed to Tonwao Esports.
Yeah, really out in the open for Team FV. Really tough spot, and they only have Haystacks to work with. 7up on the other end, trying to secure the kill. Will he pan it out? Maybe. Well, there you go. Fist fight.
Oh, no pan.
Yeah, it just a couple of punch there, but we'll still have one more. Yeah, there you go.
Nope. Okay.
Finally.
Boo!
No
get
pan,
a pan! Boo! Get a pan! I want to see those pan stats! Alright, besides my obsession of the pan so far, it's a good start. FV have already lost 2 members, but for the teams who are able to pick them up, it's going to be some free points. Divinity, on the other hand, they are sort of split up here. They have their scout going out, and I would like to see how they're going to be playing this particular situation, because again, eastern side, heavily populated. Do you want to be a part of it to get the kills, or are you just purely playing for position?
For me personally, I have a... Okay, I'm just gonna go away from the topic for a bit. I have a feeling that if you notice, right, for the past couple of games here, the teams that actually really have a good volume of kills kind of trying to aim these teams that are really passive.
Okay.
If you notice, they keep on going and they are not hesitant at all, even though they don't have that much loot yet. But they know who are they up against, and they can actually purposely, intentionally picking up and force the fight out of these teams. And apparently just feeding them off to the bigger fish here. So you get what I mean here, right?
Yeah, I think we have to keep track of it now more than ever, because like if teams want to get free points, like you said, they probably want to eat these lower teams as well, like Traitor, Divinity, Impunity. Like they go down pretty fast without too much. Well, I wouldn't say without too much of a fight, because we have seen Impunity actually trade really well in terms of casualties overall. And sometimes even Dingoz, like even when they fought them the last time, they only came out with 1 man still standing. So let's look more towards like Traitor for sure.
Yeah, Traitor, definitely. Traitor, looks like Net is getting into the circle, and Traitor have their eyes onto Net. I doubt there will be any engagement, because just look at their angle, they're quite defensive at this point. If they want to be more offensive, they'll probably be somewhere near the bridge, but looks like they're going to keep that defensive stance for now. Divinity, Sanity, looks like he got 1 kill on the board for himself, and Net will continue to loot just right at the town across the bridge.
I don't think Net is having any problem in terms of rotation. We've seen them always know when the time to move or not. But the same goes for Bapak here. But WoW, on the other hand, well, they got a couple of knocks, but apparently WoW only have a couple of mans left. And I don't know if they're going to pick Jenny up or not. Quite far from the rest of the team. And I think Trick's trying to drive himself towards Jenny, but at the same time, look at that, Divinity have to just passing by and hopefully praying that it's Jenny, hoping they didn't get a glimpse of what is happening around here, but Sanity kind of get the sniff out of this and they're trying to reposition themselves to get a clear visualization on Bapak.
Does he see the grenade? Okay, he does. He saw the next grenade fly by, so Trixie is going to go to the right side. He sees the rest of Bapak. They know they have to play from left. However, 6 isn't going to be down yet. Divinity make a mistake. He didn't notice the far right side was also completely compromised, but Juggernaut, he's going to try and compensate for this. Goes to the left. However, 6 does push up aggressively and takes them out. This is so bad.
It's just
Last
around the corner.
member! 6 secure the kill. Divinity go out.
That was crazy balls coming out from 6. He was really one nick of HP away from one bullet. He will be knocked down, but he took the risk there. High risk, high reward. He pulled that clutch for around Divinity. Entirely got wiped out quite early out of the game.
Oh yeah, actually the first team to be sent back to the lobby, unfortunately. But just look at this. Biu is close by. Other teams' axis there, but he's definitely not going to take this fight. Going to the high ground where Toy and the rest of his teams are. Axis now know that Biu and team, they are up on the high ground. They do love this sort of grounds.
Yeah, and not to mention that Resurgence is not too far behind. So they got to be very smart where they go and pick their fights now.
Oh, we do know Resurgence is one of the teams that really like to take the opportunity, and Team Secrets are not one of them, those kind of teams. You know, they don't like to wait too much, but sometimes they actually do. Bigetron is actually the wisest in making these kind of choices, I must say.
How are they going to handle this one? Because, okay, so I'm putting myself into the shoes of Team Secret. Where do you go from here? You have high ground. You're looking down on RSG. If they decide to push up, Squad 16 is going to be coming in from the back team. NoRecoil, who also might join the fight if they get more information about where some of the other teams are.
Yep, they could do that, but then again, look at this. iShots is all alone at this abandoned church area. This is again one of the best positions possible in this area because you get that 360 view. And just look at this airdrop with MK14. Okay, I think iShots will well, if it's an AWM, yeah, then I like to go for that. But MK14, okay, yeah, just hang on to that. I'll probably pick that up later if I need to. But just moving over to Resurgence, just across them is Team Secret. iShots, on the other hand, is entirely in a different location, but we do know he is a good sniper.
Yep. They're holding.
But that was a nice call just on back to Bapak and also Team Divinity. You see, the pattern is always the same. Divinity, Traitor, then there's also H2O. Always the first one to be picked on the fight. In this case, it will be Divinity first. But back to Team Secret on the other hand, still around Pochinki, iShots here. Trying to get himself squeezing out with the structure, maybe reposition themselves. They are still in the circle, and the circle covers Pochinki at this point. They can camp this one now if they want to, or maybe just move into a higher ground point. But who is actually rotating already quite fast in terms of the Great Migration? Resurgence making sure they are actually in the center of it. Same goes for Bapak.
Yeah, what's happened? Wait, actually, Biu was trying to get into Pochinki here, but Impunity isn't too far. Do they take the shots? Do they take advantage and take the shots? Looks like they don't. They let him pass with no issues whatsoever. Team Secret, again, taking control over Pochinki once more. Resurgence a little bit lower, but the gatekeeping coming down here, down on the southern side with TNR as well as Net having a fight. Traders with H2O on top of BTR, on top of the Dingoz coming in from the southwestern side of the map.
Yeah, everyone's moving really fast into the circle, and just look at this Trader as well. Asta, he's sitting everything out. We can just see from his movement, he just wants to stay away from everybody. And now H2 looks at Pango.
Oh my goodness me! This is just a disaster for Pango. He has nothing else than just this big of a... So even the UAZ kind of flip and roll over the cliff there. Kaya park himself right in the corner as well. Pango really needs to heal himself. Hopefully he does have enough utilities to do that, but Net on the other hand kind of really attracted to entire team of H2O while they have Team NoRecoil breathing behind their neck.
But just look at H2O's position. I mean, it looks really, really good. They're covering both left and right sides of this little town here. So they should be able to notice that Team NoRecoil is just in the back. So they probably could sit this one out, look to harass Ned for the most part without losing too much currency. And maybe even we could see Team NoRecoil go for a push. And when they do, you know what H2O want to go for then?
Yep, they definitely can go for the third-party push if they want to. But of course, this also depends how Net as well as Team NoRecoil, they pressure each other. Now moving on to the Dingoz and BTR, they're in the same command. They're actually not too far from the initial fight that we saw earlier. So now it looks like a three-way lockdown. Stewart on the other hand tries to get a different angle, probably just to see where H2O is and try to get their movement out. So everyone's going to be locked down for now, but then the circle will move into the next round.
That's quite true, but I don't think it's going to be three-way. Probably going to be a 5 at them, maybe even 6, looking at Bigetron and FV marching into Dingoz. And Dingoz is actually hovering over the visualization on Team H2O and as well as Team NoRecoil, who happens to be just clumped up at the same spot. Pachika then will be vacant for now because everybody just migrate themselves towards just the outskirts around the field of Pachinki. Well, now Net, well, holding somebody swinging that Kiddo.
It's Kiddo, FE Kiddo, he's got it still. Wait, where is Afat though if Kiddo is there?
Good question. Not that we can see for now, but Akido's
Pengu
position is just not good. We have seen what... Pengu, Akido? Okay.
They will actually meet halfway here.
What?
Pengu kind of suck it up.
Oh!
There you go, he slipped over. It's a big roll after him being knocked. What a disaster. Mama got returned back. Afat is just a different place now, but he got himself into the water the moment he knocked himself down. That was just really tough to see.
Oh, that was almost comical to a certain extent. Oh, but TNR going in for the push out to Tara. The micro Uzis come through, but Loyu only half HP. He barely got hit by that spray, but luckily he was able to secure this kill for Team NoRecoil. Tara is going to have to peel backwards here. That is so unfortunate.
Oh, and looks like Afat will go down and FV will be out of this game. And now look at this. Omar will need to go in. There's 2 team members inside there that he needs to take out. But again, looks like he's coming from another angle. Try to take the back door into the house. He has vision now. Omar, there's the shot goes out, but the shot do connect a little bit. But looks like on the other side, manages to take out Aikuda. Aikuda goes down. Wanted. He's still inside. Wanted. Looks like we go down to Omar as well. And they wipe out the entire team access in this house.
Team Rose Esports Syndicate going up quite perfectly, holding that clutch, but one casualty. They need to pick up one of their members as well. Quite a lot of clipping there, almost frags out their entire team of equipment there. Stretch out a lot of their equipment. Maybe need to switch couple of gears here and there too. But down to Resurgence on the outskirts of Pachinki. They are actually hovering around, lurking, not other than Team Secret just around the corner. If they can just sniff that one now, but apparently they have their eyes on Rose Esports Syndicate.
Yeah, they're just making sure that nobody like takes away, gets behind them, looks for a blind spot or anything of the sort. They're trying to secure themselves on that hill so far because the rest of these teams are just having a complete battle down on the southern side of the map.
Yeah, absolutely. But good thing is that they are still within the circle, so they are fine. But H2O, they need to move into the circle. We do see that there's a little bit of gatekeeping there, forcing them to stay outside of the circle, but they still have a little bit more time to decide what they need to do. And Team Secret will make their way into the circle, but RSG, on the other hand, have the high ground onto them.
Oh, this is going to be really, really interesting. I want to see how that particular battle comes out because it's going to be fire against fire. Let's see which team will come out of this alive. Looking at Bigetron's position so far, they're using the vehicles well. They haven't been destroyed, so they can reposition it one more time. However, just looking at the rest of that field, lots of open area, plenty of high grass to kind of play. And it looks like Resurgence, the circle is just telling them, you got to fight Team Secret now. You got to claim the territory that is yours, and Team Secret on the other side, they know Resurgence is there. All right, let's do this. It's time to rumble.
It's not just that, it's an open field and then go up on the terrain of the hillside there. How they're gonna go in for the rest of the team, because they are actually around the outskirts of the field of Pachinki, which is a very flat land. And the one that having the higher advantage here is Resurgence and Team Secret. This is what I'm talking about. They will be gatekept by Resurgence as well as Team Secret on this side of the land. Explosion going in straight for Tricks, and next one will be Net going for H2O. And they're trying to rotate for Team Bapak, who got themselves really clumped up and being gatekept by Small Boy right at the edge of a circle. They managed to get themselves in the center of a circle, but not enough. They need to get themselves on the higher grounds, which is so hard to climb out onto. And WoW managed to pin one of the teams down for Bigetron as well. Plays on finish off H2O, but still Small Boy pinning everybody else down, denying their movement towards their vicinity with that micro Uzi.
Small Boy will continue his eyes onto the smoke area, but again, Resurgence, they do have prime position at this moment, but how long will it last? Because other teams will come from another angle. We do see here Resurgence, they are just switching over to different angles because we must make sure that they are all clean. But again, look at this, onto BTR, Dingoz come in and crash the party onto Sully, but again, Voki from a distance with the shot of Noki, Robin knocked down as well. Small Boy continues on the shots, onto everywhere, onto the Dingoz, just to fend them off. But then again, Small Boy will need to make those rotations because they do come from different angles.
Yep, they're just trying to cover as much ground as possible. I think everybody has the same idea. They realize this hill is king. We need to have it. Even Team NoRecoil is making their way. Bapak initially getting a full oppression from Resurgence is now actually kind of safe from the high ground because Volky got knocked down when he turned around to deal with the Dingoz.
Right now, at the most comfortable position they have is Resurgence. Look at that, how they keep on pinning everybody down. Wow, Tonewall is out now as they got themselves at the top 10 placement there. Volky on the other end keep on pressuring every single team possible. Seaward getting Tara on his side. Bigetron now going against Rose Esport as well. Two teams going against Rose Esport, which is Resurgence as well as Bigetron. And they kind of in a sense switch situation for Bigetron as well, because Dingoz is pinning them down. Now going into Resurgence hand. This is why I'm saying this is not fair for most of the players. Team Secret and Resurgence are playing this into their hands.
Yep. Oh, Rose Syndicate is going to be the next to fall, and now Bigetron have a great position because they don't have to worry about their backs anymore. Ned on the other side is also going to get gunned down from outside the circle. The gatekeeping is strong, and now the fifth circle has been determined to be on closer towards the southern side, which means that RSG is forced to push out from their position.
Team Secret, they still have 4 of their team members intact, but looks like one of them won't have any more interest onto the circle, or maybe try to go for the flank. They're just moving back and forth at each other for now, but looks like Team NoRecoil, they have Bapak to deal with as well. Resurgence looks like they're going to be a bit more aggressive because they need to move into the circle. The circle now does not favor Resurgence. In fact, it favors more towards Team NoRecoil as well as Bapak. Pressure on the Resurgence.
And I think this is going to be Team NoRecoil as well. Resurgence game here. Bigetron is already out on the 6th placement. Bapak on the other end challenging Team NoRecoil on the side of a flanks here, popping out a lot of smoke, and Resurgence wiped up Dingoz just now. They will advance towards Team NoRecoil. Team Secret try to reposition themselves in a different positioning entirely across the map, but this doesn't work out well for Matoi because he's been pinned down, so about one or a couple more bullets is more than enough to take him down.
Yeah, and now Volky here, looking at his spot, he's trying to play with the high ground and move into the circle. It's going to be a bit tough because Team NoRecoil is in the wake. He has an angle, he takes a couple of shots, and now Team NoRecoil are aware of Volky's position. Small Boy coming in from the backside, already knowing what he has to do. Looks like Bapak as well as Team Secret are putting some shots into him as well. Volky quickly having to hide behind. They can wait this one out. The 6th circle is already been determined, and the blue is coming in. They just need to wait a little bit longer to force the rest of these teams to move.
Oh, now Resurgence, they managed to get themselves into the circle, so they're pretty okay. But then again, the rest of other team members, they are inside as well. Yuhai is out in the open. Yuhai, looks like will be knocked down.
They are quite out in the open on the downhill there. I don't know why they shifted their movement for Team Secret, because apparently they want a better positioning. But Resurgence managed to just pin down Team NoRecoil there. Apparently they got themselves at the 4th placement. Team Secret take their take their risk a lot by repositioning themselves across that mountain because the circle doesn't seem to be favoring the ones at the hill. They're actually gambling this one out. For Bapak, on the other hand, having that terrain and a couple of trees in between, blocking a lot of Resurgence actual field of vision here, they will advance. But on the other hand, Team Secret literally is tanking every single shot that's been thrown to them. They're quite low in terms of their currency.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to win this one because it kind of feels like it's between Resurgence. Oh, wait, Papa Jenny actually got a hit down onto Biu. That means Team Secret is going to be one member knocked down, and the numbers, every single person is going to count since Yuhai is already dead.
Oh, Resurgence, they do have 4 team members, but looks like the shots go out from Mata onto Jenny. Jenny will now be knocked down, but oh, iShots as well, he's in trouble, but the sharpshooter onto iShots, and now Bud is the sole member for Bapak at this moment. Resurgence just on the other side, just waiting out for the right moment, be triggered discipline, but looks like Iron Pro may just go into the loot or the drop. Will he go there? Yes, he's slowly but surely going there. Oh, level 3 stuff there.
Oh, there you go. Tankill Smoke down on Resurgence. We have Y2K covering Iron Pro from the side here in the back. And at the same time, he has his airdrop, making sure he won't be clipping anytime soon. But there you go. That's a nice looting way out. You really need to have that weapon, some machine guns at that. And looking at this, Voki actually trying to advance. Matoy is quite out in the open. They lost a really lot of match. That goes Team Secret. Did they made a mistake by repositioning themselves across the circle just now?
They can't do anything. There's no ground to work with, no cover, and now it's Bapak's Bart against the entirety of Resurgence. Volky is going to be the first to go, but Bart finally taking the L here. Resurgence, another winner chicken dinner. This ain't even their final form.
Oh, you got it out.
Oh, yeah, this is what you do. I can put it on as well as Gideon does, but what hold on really well is Resurgence getting their second chicken dinner today. It's amazing.
Yeah, really nice.